Christ. Right, two more bets and a minute left. First one was to lay Brighton because they're too short as well. And then the second bit of value was in the Man United Arsenal game. Both teams to score no was at a sort of quite large 2.52. So, you know, Brighton are playing Leicester at home. You know, are Leicester eventually going to rebound, or you know, should they really be odds on Brighton? And then, what do you make of Arsenal, Man United? Is it going to be a bit of a goal fest? Both teams are kind of fancied, as it were, with United's turnaround in form and Arsenal's form. Brighton versus Leicester. Leicester obviously not in a good way. Brighton a few ticks lower than they should be. Do you think that Leicester will turn it around, or is the Rodgers slide begun?
I think they were. The thing is, I think Rodgers has got the backing there, hasn't he? I think he'll jump before he's pushed, if that makes sense. You know, they clearly like him.
Managers don't resign these days, though, do they? That, you know, they don't get their payout if they do. So
yeah, but well, okay, all right. That mutual consent thing, then maybe. You know, that might happen, but ultimately, I do fear for them a little bit. They looked pretty blunt against United. You know, they just don't have that. They don't seem to have like the kind of swashbuckling swagger that they did have, where you know, it literally took a through ball onto Vardy and you know, you're 1-0 down sort of thing. You're like, or you know, all the players that they have around him, you know, the Barneses, the Madisons, you know, sort of Tielemans would just have a pop from wherever, and then they'd be feeding off those scraps. They don't seem to have that confidence anymore, and it's not easy to get back without changing the manager. So I think while Rodgers is there, I think they're pretty blunt. I think they'll find it hard to break down or to get a goal against Brighton, who have been so good defensively.
Really, gosh. But it could be another 0-0 knowing Brighton. So
could be, yeah, totally.
Yeah, and do you think Brighton are the type of team that they're not going to score early, so that price could well move up in play and get as much to that 1.96 anyway? Yeah, they're sort of you know, calmly break people down whilst in your slippers with their data.
Yeah.